Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with some more modding related content for you guys. And I'm just chilling here on my little offline farm that I've been playing and grinding away at. Look at how cute this space is. Anyway, for today's mods that I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm going to be giving a little bit of love to our girl Abigail. Abigail is one of the marriage candidates in Stardew Valley and she just has a ton of fun mods that we definitely needed to share. So if you are an Abigail lover, make sure to buckle on in and get ready to download a bunch of mods. Before we get further on into the video, here is a quick disclaimer, a little bit of information regarding all of our modding related content. So first of all of these mods are downloadable through Nexus Mods. Nexus Mods is a really amazing site. It also showcases and has most of the mods that you'll find for Stardew Valley on there. Additionally, as of March 2024, the 1.6 update is out. This update has definitely affected mods, and I know that a lot of creators are slowly working on getting some of these mods updated. I cannot confirm or deny if the mods that I'm showcasing in this video will work with 1.6, solely because most of these mods will need a backing mod such as a content patcher, the updated Smappy, or something like alternate textures. Simply because sometimes an old mod might work with an updated content patcher, and as much as I want to test all of these mods out, my poor little computer cannot handle it. So just make sure that when you download your mods and open them up in your Smappy, that you quickly check to see any mods highlighted in red. And you can also check out this incredible website, smappy.io, which will show you a newer version of the mod if this one is no longer compatible. And then also if you want to keep up to date with your mods, just make sure to check out these purple ones here, which means that you can update them. And lastly, I will be listing all of the mods that I showcase in this video in the description below. I've broken them up into timestamps of the categories and then timestamps for all of the mods as well. If there was a particular one that you liked, you can see where the timestamp is and then the link right next to it. Anyway, now that's out of the way, let's get back to the video. So I split this one up into 3 separate categories for you guys today. So we're going to be starting off with our portrait/appearance mods. We're then going to head into some dialogue and personality mods. And then lastly, ending with events and expansions. The last 2 categories kind of go a bit together. So I'm kind of treating the last one as like, again, events that can happen and anything miscellaneous per se. And then our dialogue personality is pretty much anything that just changes dialogue or adds something extra to her. But anyway, with everything out of the way, let us get into this. As always, we're going to start on our first category, which is portrait/appearance. Starting off strong, I thought this one was really cute. We have the Nostalgia Abigail mod. So something really cool that you get to find on Stardew Wiki is Concerned Ape's original designs for all of the characters. So this one takes a little bit of inspiration from some of the older designs of Abigail and adds it into her current look. It gives her this really, really pretty blue hair with this gorgeous little pink bow, and it does also change the look of the sprites. You can also take away the bow or keep the bow, that is totally up to you. I do really love the subtle incorporation of the older design of Abigail, and I don't know, I kind of like this hair a bit better on her. Up next, we have Girls into Boys. This is a male version of Abigail under the name Abaddon. As it sounds, this one changes Abigail from a female to a male, changes the portrait, sprites, and dialogue, and then also changes Abigail's name to Abaddon. Abaddon is so very goth that he even changed his name to fit his whole look. However, his parents do still call him Abe. It has changed a bunch of events and dialogues now to use the new name and the male pronouns. And I think it looks really cool. It does still really look like the original design of Abigail, just with those subtle changes. Up next, by the creator Akari, we have the Abigail portrait mod. So this is a really cute portrait mod in this creator's style. I love how it looks. I love the colors and the design and the drawing. Like the artwork for this mod is just so beautiful. I have become a real big fan of portrait mods recently, and I definitely am super in love with this one. I just love seeing everyone's different artwork come together. Up next, we have the custom Abigail portrait mod. This is a really fun one. So this is a full redesign of Abigail pretty much. It gives her 4 different hair color options. It changes the portraits and sprites, and also you can change the bow options. So for the hair colors, you have the default purple hair. You can change it over to teal, brown, or black. And then with the bows, you can have no bow, you can have a green, a magenta, or a blue bow. I do love the subtle change to Abigail's hair and her just overall look, and I love that you could change her hair color a little bit. I don't know, it just seems like a fun mod. Next on our list, we have Poda's Seasonal Abigail mod. So this mod replaces the portraits and the character sprites for Abigail with their own version. So it does change the sprites for the different outfits. It does have a brand new look to Abigail as well, and of course changes her portraits up with some different hair looks, a cool Halloween costume, and so much more. I actually really like how this style of Abigail looks, and I do like the sort of hair up or hair down variances that we can get in these portraits depending on the seasons. And I just think she looks really pretty. I do love the seasonal changes that we've gotten in 1.6, but I do really love how this one looks. Up next, because Abigail is a cool chick, we have the Cooler Abigail character mod. I know that one was bad. I will show myself out. So this pretty much changes Abigail into a cooler, punkish version of her and gives her some very simple changes to her sprite and portrait. They are very subtle. I absolutely love the little pins on her jacket and just the subtle changes in things like her hair, her necklace, and more. And of course, we cannot forget the sprite changes that are in this mod. And honestly, I really love how this one looks overall. Abigail's a very cool character and she needs to look just as cool. Up next, we have the Portrait of Abigail mod. So this is just a high definition portrait of Abigail from the creator KSK. And I love this. It is a super anime sort of styled portrait. It's also a little bit more toned down than some of the other ones that you find. And I love how she looks. It really conveys all the different emotions, but keeps her like in the same position and everything. Just overall, a very nice sort of anime styled mod. Up next, a kind of cute fun one, we have the Bow for Abigail's Portraits mod. So this is just a fix-up of an original mod that was made by Poltergeisters, which is a seasonal outfits mod. And this adds in Abigail's little blue bow to her spring portrait. She has this really cute bow that is in her sprite, but it is missing from her portraits. So we gotta add that in. She needs her little bow, it completes her look, and I don't think we can look at her without it. For this mod to work, you don't actually need this seasonal outfit slightly cuter aesthetic mod that the creator has sort of been inspired by. You can download it, you'll just need to replace some files for it, but you can do this completely just vanilla and on its own, and it'll obviously only affect Abigail. I do really like how this one looks, and I love her little bow. We are slowly coming to the end of the portraits mods, I promise. Up next, though, we have the Abigail Revised mods, and I'm pairing this up with her seasonal outfits for Abigail Revised. So this gives Abigail a simple makeover. It gives her really short, cute, curly hair. It gives her a brand new styled fit with a few more necklaces, and overall, I absolutely really love how this one looks. Her seasonal outfits are super cute as well. She's got like a hair up version, some fun different outfits. Her outdoor winter one has a beanie, whereas her indoor one does not. And she's got a really cute flower dance outfit and a Spirits Eve outfit. I love how this looks. I am definitely considering downloading all of the revised mods because they look so beautiful. But I am a huge fan of how this one has come out. Up next, we have Veronica's Abigail portraits. So this is a really, really gorgeous drawing of Abigail, which just updates her portraits. Changes her look, it gives her a little bit more of a sort of flirty, sexy look. Definitely a little bit of cleavage showing, which we can never complain about. But again, it's still got that really nice pixelated look to it. And I just think she looks so pretty. She definitely looks a lot more like grown up than she does in the game. But I still really, really love how this one looks. And lastly, for our portraits and appearance mods to showcase for you guys today, we have the Fasharia Sprites mods. Now, this one can also be paired up with Fasharia's portraits. This is a mod that I've showcased on the channel before, and it is an absolute favorite of mine. It is these really gorgeous looking styled mods. However, with that mod, it doesn't change the sprites for the characters. So this one does change the sprites to look and represent the portrait a little bit more. So definitely I would recommend downloading both of them. But I love how Abigail looks in this mod. It is, yeah, one of my favorite sort of portrait mods of the game. And I do love the subtle changes to the sprite just to help it replicate that portrait a little bit more. We got through those quickly, but that is it for our portrait and appearance mods. Overall, there were definitely a lot of portrait mods, so I do implore you to sort of like have a little investigation on your own. And I will note that I don't know if it's just an Abigail thing. I did find them with a couple of characters, but there definitely are some sort of R18 related portrait mods. So definitely peer at your will. But with that being said, let us get into the next category, which is our dialogue and personality ones. So speaking of R18, the next two are a little bit R18. So starting us off, we have the extended unrated director's cut of Abigail. That's a mouthful of a mod. So this mod adds in 5 brand new heart events and an extra 370 lines of dialogue. So essentially, this mod drastically expands her dialogue, making her more flirty, as well as adding some additional depth to her. With this mod, it changes her entire dialogue system. However, it does try and keep to her original personality. I do love this description they've given. She's more flirty, nicer, however, still troubled, and as well well as 300% more violent. As a little insight, her 5 new heart events revolve around Pierre's feud with Jojima, and you'll find them at 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 hearts with her. As well, at the 3 heart event, you can agree to help her for something, and if you do, you will see the last 3 heart events at 5, 7, and 9, but if you don't, then you'll never see them again. And as a fun additional thing, she no longer talks about eating quartz now. I thought that was really funny. Up next, this one, as I said, is a little bit R18. We have the Abigail lewd dialogue mod. It is just as it sounds. It gives Abigail a little bit more of a sort of flirty, lewd dialogue. She's very open and freely talks to you about all of her desires and stuff, and all of her events, friendship, and marriage dialogue has also undergone these adjustments. With this dialogue mod, it is written in a way that is very implicit. She's very rarely sort of super upfront, but you can get what she means. Up next, we have the Abigail dialogue tweaks. So this mod tweaks almost all of Abigail's dialogue to make her personality seem more realistic. It's just a really simple dialogue overhaul. And I just really like the little bit of extra added personality, sort of her wanting to get you more involved with her, asking you to like join her playing Junimo Kart and everything. Overall, I do think it is a really fun mod, and it just adds in those subtle changes that sometimes we do need, especially if you've been playing the game over and over again. You do want a little bit of a change to dialogue. And lastly for this one, I thought this one was a really cool mod, but this is Abigail and family dialogue overhaul. So this adds in a bunch of tweaks to not only just Abigail, but also Caroline, Pierre, and the Wizards dialogue to be more fleshed out and less gendered. Caroline and Pierre run the store together, which I think is a really cool thing to add on. I think a lot of us are on the bandwagon that Pierre ain't her daddy. And this mod really leans into Abigail being a little bit inhuman, although it doesn't imply that she's the wizard's daughter, but it does imply that she's been affected by the ambient magic of the valley and inherited some magical affinity from Caroline. And overall, in general, Abigail's sort of interest in the mines, I do really like that they push this sort of stuff in here, because our girl gotta go to the mines, I feel. That is it for our dialogue and personality mods. We're on to our last category. A little bittersweet's coming to an end. And this is our events and expansions. Starting us off, I thought this one was really cool because it relates to a particular event in the game, but we have the Abigail hair dye mod. So in the game, you have a particular conversation with Abigail where she starts talking about that she's thinking of dyeing her hair again. And she asks what you think, and you do get to pick a color. However, no matter what choice you make, she ain't dyeing her hair. And with this mod though, she will. I love that this one thing that we get in the game can now become a reality. Like if you say she would look better with pink hair, then why can't she walk out the next day with pink hair? It's definitely very possible to do. So I do love that someone has taken the time to make a mod of this and to let us give her different colored hair. Up next, this is a really fun mod. However, you do need a couple of different expansion mods. And this is the Abigail and Juliet Prank the Joja Mart mod. So you do need to have eScarp as well as Juliet and Jesse for this mod to work, as Juliet is a custom NPC and not in the base game. So Abigail wants to sabotage the Joja Mart, but she cannot do it alone. So this gives 4 events for Abigail and Juliet on sabotaging and pranking Joja Mart. That said, it contains 4 new events. The first one being 2 hearts with Abigail, the second 2 hearts with Juliet, the third going to Joja Mart while Juliet is working, and then the 4th one going to the town after a particular time. Definitely no more spoilers after that, so I definitely recommend downloading this one, but I do like that people are making really fun creative mods in regards to this sort of stuff, which I'm very excited to hopefully delve into this one further. Up next, I know I've been saying that a lot of these mods are cool, but this one is also very cool. So this mod is called the Seed Shop Overhaul plus Abigail Room with Changing Seasons. As cool as these mods are, some of these have got really long titles. So this gives you a complete renovation of Pierre's general store and their family home, including Abigail's room. It includes 4 maps, so home and shop decor change with the seasons. So there will be a few changes throughout the shop and the home to reflect the different seasons that we are in. In spring, you will see a lot of Valentine's Day, Easter, and spring crops and flowers. Summer, you'll get a little bit of some tropical desert island decor and summer crops and flowers. In fall, we get our Halloween Halloween vibes, our fall harvest and fall crops and forageables. And then in winter, we get Christmas and winter star decor. Abigail's room is also decorated to reflect her personality, and the style will not change with each season. I do love the subtle changes to Pierre's shop for this one, because I mean, after playing the game over and over and over again, kind of a bit boring looking at the same shop. So I do like that we can actually change the interior for this, and as well that it changes with all of the seasons. Okay, we're almost at the end, I promise. Coming in second to last, we have the More Abigail Heart Events expansion. This is exactly what it sounds like, with some more heart events for Abigail. This mod aims to add more depth to the character and gives us 10 additional heart events. This creator tried to keep this mod very lore Stardew Valley friendly, and really just wanted to look to flesh out Abigail's already established traits like the desire to adventure, playing music, being into gaming and magical stuff, and having a bad relationship with Pierre. I just think this is really cool, especially that there's so many extra heart events. I love adding in more heart events for the characters. I personally really struggle with sort of gifting out to characters, and it feels like it takes forever for me to get to 2 hearts, or just to even get to that first heart event. So I feel like we should be getting more heart events for every character. And lastly on this list, one of the ones I've been most excited about, this is the Adventurer Abigail mod. It finally happens. Abigail becomes an adventurer and joins the Adventurers Guild. So this mod contains a mix of events, letters, schedules, as well as some dialogue. There's also a semi-recent mod that's only come out in September of 2023, and they have split it into 4 arcs at this point. However, there is only arc 1 that is out, but does have plans for the other 3. As well, in arc 1, there are 13 different events, and the events are time delayed rather than based on heart levels. I absolutely love the idea of this one. Honestly, I really am so excited that we can have an NPC sort of adventure. I just think it's a really neat idea. I just can imagine Abigail in the Adventurers Guild. She'd be loving it. But sadly, that is the end of our list for Abigail mods. As always, let me know in the comments below which ones were your favorites, what ones you have already installed or what you have listed to install. And then also, if you have a favorite Abigail mod that I haven't shown here, leave it in the comments below, and maybe I'll suss it out. Who knows? Maybe I'm Team Abigail now. But anyway, Vesties, as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And you know the drill by now. If there is a particular kind of topic that you want me to cover for modding related content, leave it down below and I will see if I can suss something out and make a video for it. But anyway, besties, that is it from me, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye, everybody.